Well, Smirov's talking to Oscar winner Matthew H. Cherry on his new venture. You're back at Blackish, directing the first two episodes of the new season. How did it come about? I know you directed one episode, but I know, and you've done other episodes of the franchise, but how
Yep.
did it come about where they wanted you to direct these two particular episodes?
Yeah, no. Like you said, I worked with them last year on, an episode, a Valentine's Day episode last year for Blackish, and then a very uh, important episode of Mixish that dealt with police brutality and having the kind of the talk with your kid. And so I think when this came up, because I had clear animation or recent success in animation, obviously with Hair Love, and the fact that they were going to do this 1 hour special and one of the episodes being completely animated, I think that's why they reached out. Just wanted somebody that was familiar with the process and somebody also that was familiar with the tone of the show, and somebody they didn't have to get too deep into trying to explain what it was for the first time. So it was a very smooth shoot, even though we're kind of one of the first shows that were back in production kind of post-COVID.
Mm-hmm. So, granted, you did Hair Love, a shorter project than this. Was it ever challenging doing a series animated, more minutes, and involving a lot more characters?
Well, yeah, man. I mean, this episode obviously had a lot more dialogue than Hair Love had. We had minimal dialogue. And so, we had a couple of days of voice recording, which was really cool. We did it via Zoom, which is kind of crazy. Like some of the actors recorded, in their own house, and other actors went to kind of COVID safe recording studios and, was giving notes via Zoom, from the comfort of my living room, just like how I'm talking to you now. And we had these two really great studios, Smiley Guy Studios in Toronto and another studio called Big Jump Entertainment. And we had this great, I had this great other director in Matthias Horhager, who really just took the ball, man, and was running with it. They were doing the vast majority of the work, in Canada. It was just kind of daily updates. It was just things were coming in fast and furious, character designs, props, backgrounds, storyboards, trying to make sure the blocking was right. Making sure the performances were right, listening to every single take and making sure the exact phrase was right for every line. And so, very much a very more intimate process, but, it was crazy. They pulled this together in less than a month and a half, of work, when typically an episode of animation will take, 6 months to a year. So, definitely a very condensed timeline, but I think they really pulled it off. Did you get a chance to see it yet?
I have. I actually have. And,
Awesome.
what is it to you? How important is it for you to talk about these two episodes dealing with the election?
No, man. I think honestly, these two episodes, they kind of came to me at the perfect time. I've been really, I love directing television. If you would have asked me 10 years ago what I wanted to do in this industry, I would have told you directing television before I would have told you directing film. I just love the consistency of it and have an opportunity to kind of jump from show to show. And, I think these two episodes really represented kind of where I'm trying to go with my television directing career moving forward, just doing things that are really impactful, important episodes, things that are going to actually hopefully make a change and a difference. And, there's no more pressing issue in 2020 than this election that's coming up, in less than a couple of months. And, I think both episodes in their own ways deal with these, very different topics, but things that are very much related to the election. You're dealing with voter suppression in the first episode, and then in the second, you're kind of showing people what the process is like if somebody was to run for office, and what happens when people go into it with bad intentions, and also the importance of not only voting for the president but also your local elections, and seeing that there are very much there are a lot of other decisions that are bigger than just whoever's at the top of the ballot that also need our attention to detail as well. So yeah, man, very important stuff, and was really honored that they asked me to be a part.
Did you have which episode would you say you had more of a bigger say? Because I know the script is already written and you're the director in it. Do you come in with a say more regarding the second episode, the animated film, because you have that experience, or is it the first episode, or both? Did they give you a leeway?
Yeah, no. I mean, I think with any show, if you do one and you kind of prove yourself, you get a little bit more leeway, and they were great. Courtney is the best showrunner in that you know, he's never too precious about any particular thing. You know, he's like, if you want to try something out, they'll give you that opportunity. And, you know, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, you know, it doesn't. It won't end up in the cut. And so, you know, we definitely took a lot of, one scene in particular that, you know, we took a lot of liberties with was the, forget the character's name, but kind of like the Hotep character that, that Junior was watching with Pops. And, you know, we had a lot of fun just shooting at a lot of different angles, you know, just trying to spoof some of these guys that are really vocal in the community these days too. So.
Now, obviously, you have Stacey Abrams in there,
Yep.
and that's good to hear. You've got a lot going on in your plate. You know, what do we make of the deal you have with the series? You know, how far along are you with that? With your own series?
Yeah, no, we're just getting started. You know, got a really great team. You know, Carl Jones is you know, co-show running with me, and you know, he we just announced that he's doing the Good Times animated series too with you know, with all the great people over there. And yeah, we're just getting into the pilot now, and the room will get started in the next month or so, and you know, we'll try to have this out to the people by 2022 sometime.
Now, in today's world, obviously, you can be a jack of all trades. Where do you really want to fit in? Do you want to stay with television or film?
Everything, man. I want it all. I want animation. I want film. I want TV. I want VR. I want AR. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I just, you know, there's so much to do. You know, publishing. You know, like I think there's so many ways where you can be creative nowadays, and you know, documentary. You know, I don't want to be limited in the mediums. You know, whatever medium the story needs to be told. You know, I want to have the freedom to be able to do it. And you know, I think I've gotten myself in a really good position where I can, you know, do a little bit of both. You know, both in live action and animation. And you know, I want to try to stick my foot in some of the more technology-driven mediums too, and like VR and AR as well. So you know, you'll see me in a little bit of everything.
And before I end off, and going back to Blackish, how was it working with Stacey Abrams, having her in there?
Oh man, Stacey is great, man. She's really awesome. She you know, so professional. The great thing about the episode was that, you know, with Stacey and Deezus and Samaro, you know, they essentially were playing themselves. So, you know, we didn't have to go too deep, you know, with the direction. You know, it was just a matter of making them feel comfortable and kind of letting them do their thing. But she was great. She knocked it out really quick, and you know, just gave us some really good content.
Well, Matthew, obviously great with everything you're doing. Best of luck with everything you got coming up. Obviously, I'm always here to support. Keep doing your thing. Stay safe.
No, you too, man. I really appreciate you, brother.
Take care.
And congrats on the Black Film and TV, man. I'll be tuning in.
Thank you.